Hello. Welcome to the scam. You can only make a lot of money if you hold it for multiple days, but you can lose a lot of money in 2 hours. That's hard to understand. That's why I said it. But it is hard. That's hard for me to believe, honestly. I don't believe it. I'm like, that can't be true. But it's never happened. I just tried for the last 8 days in a row to short the stock. And for 8 days in a row, I shorted it at 112. And you can look at these dates. It started at around March 16th and 17th. So for the 16th, 17th, 18th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, I shorted it. Well, it was 12 trades in 8 days. And there was 12 different times where I shorted the stock at 112. And every time I shorted it, it went up, 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 up. It never once went from 112 down to 110. I mean, I shouldn't say not once. It actually did once. It one time went down to 110. But every other time it went up. And it just surprised me. I just had a hard time in the last couple of weeks. And a lot of it is because I made the mistake of watching the news and stuff and thinking, well, because of Russia and the Ukraine and oil prices, stocks are going to go down. Let me short the stock. Bro, come on, man. I know better. And I don't mean to say it's not going to go down. All I mean to say is, if I do nothing, it'll go down. If I do, I know what I know what it does. All I'm saying is, I know for a fact it's rigged. I know that. And because I know that, the only time I've ever made my money is when I just trade careful, small, and get out of their way. I could be knowing it's going down 100%. And if it goes down, make my $200 and get out of their way. And then let it keep on going down for another $7. Don't worry about it. It wasn't going to do it. If I have it shorted, they're not going to go down for no $7. They're only going to travel in a particular distance with my money on board. And then they stop and they hit support, resistance, whatever you want to call it. Whatever that is that you call that, where they magic stop. And I put it to the test over and over again. I think I've established it now in my videos that if you have shares there, it will stop and it has to go test your shares and go to the negative of those shares. If you ever have it long and it goes up $3 or $2, that's all it's going to do. It's got to stop and go all the way back to your negative. If you have it shorted and by any chance it goes down $1 or $2, don't worry. It'll stop all the way back up again. Would you stop it? So, I gotta get back to my normal stuff here. I can make $200 a day, and there's no reason to be going negative 500, and there's no reason to be doing those risky things. I do the risky things for 2 reasons. When I'm out of a trade and I'm just watching, I'm like, man, another $1. It went another $1. It went another $1. It just went down another $1. It went up another $1. It went whatever. And when I'm in a trade to my negative, I'll be like, oh, well, it already went $2 in that direction. I'm sure it'll stop and come back again. And it goes another $1. And then another one. I'm like, wait a minute. It has now gone $4 in the opposite direction. And I know it seems like all I do is short the stock, because in the last 2 weeks, that's all I've done. But if you go back long enough, you can look at plenty of videos where I've gone long, and the result was the same. I would go long at 118, down to 115. If I fool around all day long favoring the short side of things, it'll just step up and step up and step up and step up and step up. It'll reach new highs, new this, new that. It's strange, bro. Every time I get my shares in there, they're aware of it. And every time it's an automatic auto. They automatically, like if I'm short right now, 350 shares at 119.70. Now, by chance, they could go down to 119, or they can go back up to, basically I'm short at 120. I'm literally short, like let's say at 120. So they can go right up to 121, or they can go down to 119. Hey, it's not a mystery. The very fact that I just shorted it, my broker always automatically auto tests and auto goes against you. It's an automatic thing. And that's why when people are trying to day trade, they lose money. It has nothing to do with anything else. That makes things real difficult. That when you short the stock, they just blast up $1 or $2. And if you go long the stock, now everybody knows this, because everybody always goes long the stock, they buy the dip. So it goes down, you buy, and it goes down another $1. And you're like, oh. And if you didn't know it was going to go down another $1, you'd have waited for it to go down $1, and you'd have bought it down there at that lower price, right? Good luck. What's going on? Oh, I saw the wrong number. Yeah. Now this is where I say, well, why don't I put a stop loss on? I've got 150 shares. Why don't I put like a $1 stop loss? If it goes back up $1, I guess I'll just boom. But if it keeps on going, who knows how much money they can keep on giving me. And I'll keep moving my stop. Or I'll leave my stop there. One of the two. It doesn't matter. If you do or don't put a stop there. If I don't put a stop there, they'll go straight up to 122. And just, the only way they'll keep going down is only one way. Literally, there is absolutely only one way that they'll keep on going down. And it's, well, there's two ways. I got to get out of the way. Or I could kill the trade and then go long the stock. I could go long right there, hoping that they go blasting back up to 120. And if I go long right there at 119, hoping that they go blasting back up to 120, they will automatically go straight down to 119. Then that becomes automatic. Understand? That's the only way to get the stock to go from 119 down to 118. It's the only way. As long as I stay short at 119, we got to go to 120, 121. And I proved it in all my other videos. If you look back at the last videos, every single time I have shares there, they do it. Every time. 100%. 100% of the time. I could be positive $200 like I just was, but I still have 150 shares. So guess what? They're going to go up $2. And that'll put me negative 300. So that'll put me negative $100. And just to prove it, I'll sit here and show it to you once more. I will show it to you. I will show you that it never, ever, I've never gone long the stock and they go up and just keep going up and keep going up and keep going up. Never. It's never happened. Never. In 3 years. So I don't want to be like, it's been 20 years, but it ain't like it's been 3 months or just a cycle or this quarter. It's since 2019. I started trading in December of technically 2018. So I always say basically I started in January of 2019. And it just so happens to be it works out nice and pretty that for one full year of 19 and then 20 and then the whole year of 2021, I've been doing this. And in 2019, I just convinced myself that I'm new to this and apparently don't know what the heck I'm doing. By 2020, I knew for a fact that it was rigged. But there was a battle in my mind. Like, why? How can it be? It can't be. There's got to be a way to put on a big trade and let it go for the day. Because every time I get out of the way, turns out, had I just chilled out for the day, it did go down to 117. And I could have had 300 shares go down to 117 if I'd have just given it enough time. And the thing is whenever I get out of the way, all I would have needed was a $1.75 stop loss. I found out that a $1.75 survives 90% of all stops. But whenever I'm in a trade, there actually is no stop loss. It could be $4. It could be 400 pennies. 400. It could be $4. And whenever I'm in a trade like I am right now, it's a guarantee. I'm going to prove it. The very act of me being short the stock, there's no way around it. It's a certainty. It's a mathematical Ameritrade certainty. Ameritrade will absolutely go to 120, 121, 122, and 123. So just to let you know, we are on our way up to this price up here. It's not even on the chart. Let's look at a bigger chart. Sure, you see at this price right up here, 123? That's where the stock's going today. Well, as long as I stay shorted, it is absolutely going to go up to 123. They never make an exception, so I know I'm not incorrect. I'm not going to be like, well, I guess today was finally the first day that they didn't. Today's not going to be the first day in 3 years that they finally don't do the thing that they always do. Like I said, I've never had a stock yet go a full $3 in my favor. I've gone $2, but usually it's because I only had 300 shares, and after the first dollar, maybe I get rid of 270 shares, and I've only got like 40 shares left, and then they do go that last dollar, and then ultimately they went $2, and I think, man, if I'd have left it the full 300 and never gotten rid of any of it, I could have had positive $600. But anytime I ever leave 300 shares, they've never gone a full $2. But against me, every day. I can accomplish it every day without fail. Why? Dude, the numbers are so skewed. How can there be something that you can accomplish every day without fail, yet there's this other thing that I have never done yet in 3 years, and now I decided to start taking videos of it starting back in November. I decided I wanted to start taking videos showing that I can put on any trade, long or short. Now, usually I short it one day, I'll go long the next day, and then one day I'll try short it, and I'll try to go long. And of course, they just go up and down and all around. So I decided that 2 weeks ago, I decided I'm going to start to short the stock. What a better time. Stock market's plummeting, Russia, Ukraine, oil prices, all this weirdness. And everybody's like, now's a good time to probably think about pulling your money out of the stock market and stuff like this. And I thought, I'm gonna go short like every day in a row. And just see if one of these days I can just get my money in, leave it alone, have no emotions attached to it, and just see if I leave my money sitting there, my shares, will they go down? And this is all I've gotten. There's the run. It started back here at 105 when I thought for sure that from 105 they were going to go back down to here. And they went up to 110, then up to 112, and then for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the 8th day in a row that they will not go down below 112. They won't do it. The white line is at 112 right now. And as you can see, they won't do it. I should have gone long every day. I should have gone long right there. I should have gone long right there. Long right there. Should have gone long that day. Should have gone long this day. I should have gone long this day. I should have gone long on this day. And then yesterday I should have gone long. And today I should go long. And every day the stocks go up every day. Every day stock market. What's the stock market going to do today? Up. What should I do? Just go long. Just take 400 shares and go long and then sit back and wait. Why is that? Stocks go up, 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 the stock goes up, the stock goes up, the stock goes up, the stock goes up. That's all stocks do is go up. That's all they do is go up. And you all better remember that. Because when stocks are going down, everybody's like, oh, I'll be like, no. I thought they just go up every day.
What it is if I short the stock every day for 13 days straight, there's a 13-day run, and for 13 days, bumping. That's how it works.
Well, I thought I was crazy, so I thought I'd fucking video it. So, you can look at the videos and take it for what you will.
It blasted up 12 times, and it was 11 trades I was in that all went to my negative. Because I thought for sure that they were going to come down into this range into here. For sure. Why? What is wrong with these prices in here? Why won't they trade right there?
Why?
See, when it was at this area, I never would have thought that they were going to go up and trade between 110 and 120 for the next 9 days. They're going to pump it from 110 straight to 120 and just slowly keep pumping upwards. But that's exactly what they're doing. And once again, guys, they figured out how to take me from positive 200 right back to 0 and to the negative. I know that sounds crazy, but it's not, because this is what they do. This is every day. It's only when I short the stock, guys. If I would leave it alone or go long the stock, they'll go way down. And I'll be going, please come back up again. And they just go down further. And I'll go, oh God, I hope they come back up again. And they just go down further. And I'm like, wow, what the hell? Usually it goes down $2 and I'll go long. I'll go, I bet you it comes back up again. And they just go plunging down with like a fury. And it's like, wow, damn. So now you understand why I personally have to get out of the way. Because there's something wrong with my particular account and my particular broker, Ameritrade. That's all I'm going to say. You take it for what you want. All I can tell you is if I put a number there that's on a particular price point, whatever it is, if I was to go long today, I'm going to go long at 119, whatever. They would go down to here to 117, and they'd spend the entire day trading down in this area. I'd be to the negative. I'd be way to the negative, then maybe to my broke even. Way to the negative, maybe back to my broke even. They wouldn't just go, oh, shit, he's long at 119? Let's go to 120, 121, 122, 120. Let's go $1, $2, $3, $4 in my favor. It wouldn't have mattered if I went long. It wouldn't have mattered if I shorted it. I just happen to be shorting it. It's not that it's because I'm shorting it. The same thing will happen if I go long. I've already done that little video series too, where for 6 days in a row I keep going long the stock, and every day they go down, 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 and I'm like, what the shit? And then finally when I stop trying to go long the stock, there's some weird day where they decide that today's explosion day, and they all of a sudden finally go up. Mm-hmm.
Now you get it? See how it works? All you gotta do is put on any trade and then just sit back and let time go by. And then they take those shares as far as they can, down or up, depending on if you've shorted it or if you're long. And they go as far as they can to basically get you as negative as possible on that trade. And then when you get out of the way and take your negative, they go, haha, cool. And then, of course, then they, as fast as possible, try to get back to the price that they were at. I've seen how fast they can travel $3 to your negative. Or if I take my gain, and I go, all right, cool, I made $200, let me get out of the way. And then once I'm out of the way, you watch how fast they can keep going down thereafter. Like they wait for you to be out of the way to finally go fast. Or to your negative, they travel fast. By traveling fast, what I mean is they cover, like, by the dollar, not by the penny or by 10 cents at a time, but by the dollar. They go like $1, $2, and then a third dollar. I just wanted to video this. I wanted a video document that no matter what, I can put on any position, I can short it for 10 days straight in a row, and every day they'll take those shares on that position and make sure that they make that number red. That's how Ameritrade makes their money. So be very careful. When you're trading with Ameritrade and you make $50 or $100 and you get out of their way, and it looks like you could have had a $1.70 stop loss and it was going to keep on going for $5 more in your favor, and you were long and sure enough it went up $5 that day? No. No, they'd have gone down $3, $4 if they needed to get you out of their way. And then they'll go back up, and then they'll go up $10. And when it happens, you can't say, well, I guess stocks were going to go down that day. Well, I guess they just happened to be going up that day. Yeah, they always just so happen to that day be doing blah, 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 opposite your trade. Yeah, every day they just so happen to be doing opposite volatility against you. Every day. Good one.
That's why every time I'm long a stock, and it goes up and I don't get out of the way, they go down. So then I'll try to go more long, and then they go down, 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 down. And then I'll go more long, long, long again. And then they go down, 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 down for, and I'm like, what? Anyway, I'm to the point where I'm saying the same thing over and over again, and it's practically psychotically redundant. And the best thing I can do now is just leave it alone and leave it alone. You know, they're not gonna. It's not like I can short it more up here, and then when it comes back down again, I can get back to broke even. Guys, as long as I had those 150 shares, I already set the die. The die had been cast. They wait to see what their most favorite client that day is doing, and then you're the star of the show. Hey, it ain't got to go on all day. Just give them 15 minutes. Let them go. Let them take you from positive 200 just back to broke even. And if you get out of their way at broke even, they're happy with that. That's why people set stop losses, so that they only go back to broke even. And I found out that if I set stop losses, I'll never gain any money. Because if I leave shares there with any stop loss, or not, they always go back and they always go seeking back to my negative. I don't know what it is where these guys put on these trades that go to the positive, and they can keep going to the positive, and they've set their stop loss so that now there's no way they can lose money, because even if it goes back, they're still to the positive. I never get that far to the positive to be able to even do that. I mean, maybe you got to do this for 6 years. I've been doing it for 3 years, and it's never happened. So, is there something I'm missing? Don't know. I'm telling you. So, watch this. I happen right now to be short the stock, 350 shares at 120.30, which is right there. Look at the chart. Look at the big picture. Look at where I'm short the stock. And it doesn't matter. If you think they can go to, well, what would $2 be? Okay, $2 from 120.31 would be, well, right now I'm at 120.75. I'm at just about broke even. So 120.75, 118.75. Call it 119. Could be 119. I tried it. If I just say, well, if it goes down to 119, where is it? Something like right there. Boom. Then we're fine. If it goes down to 119, it's not possible. It is. But first, they'll go up to 125 today. They'll go straight up to 125. Make me cry. I'll get out of the way. Then toward the end of the day, they'll come down as fast as possible, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, and then they'll go to 119. They'll do it later on today. They'll do it in aftermarket hours. They'll do it next Monday. guys, they rearrange all their little, what they're going to do is like a jigsaw puzzle. They've got all these candlesticks lined up in the future that you can't see. So we see these candlesticks from the past. Well, from here going forward, there's all these weeks that haven't happened yet, of the next 10 days, right? All these candlesticks are all over the place. Some of them are down here, some of them are up here. They just grab one from this day and go, well, I guess we're going to do this one up here instead. And since today we're going to go down to here, nope. And then we're going to go down to here, then up to here. They go, nope, let's take this one here and move it over to here. And today we're going to do this one. And then on some other day, maybe over here on that day, we'll go way down to here that day. I shit you not. What I just described is literally what goes on with these guys. Because if only I did on Wednesday what I did on Monday, I'd have been fine. But if I do it on Tuesday, what I needed to waited to do until Thursday, that would have been correct on Thursday, but I tried it on Tuesday. And what I did on Monday didn't work Monday. But if I'd have done it on a Wednesday, it would have worked. And the thing I did on Friday, if I would have done that on Thursday, that would have been the day to do that. It's preposterous. And so I've asked the question, when do you ever short the stock then? Does the stock market go down? Do stocks go down? Do they pull back? Last I checked, people are always wondering when are they going to go up? And how far up are they going to go? And are they going to go up? As if they're down or go down. So, do they even go down? Is this a myth? Because when stocks are crashing, I'm going to go, oh, so they do go down. Yeah, oh, I know they do, because I fucking own them. Oh, I know they go down. It's ridiculous how they want to do these fake pumping. All right, they're back down $1. They're back down now to $1.20. If they just go down to $1.19, we're done. They won't do it. Can't happen. Can't happen. And if I put a stop in place, they'll go up over and over and over and over. And I've tested it. I think the record is 6 times. Where they've gone back up $2, back down again, then back up $2 or $3, then back down again, then straight back up $2 again. And I'm like, what the hell? I guess I need to get my shares out of their way so they can actually travel so that this stock price can move. Now, I don't know why your broker limits, because I've heard of guys that they put on a big old trade and then that day they got in and they caught it going on a $4 run, a $5 run. Wow. Did you have 5 shares? I've done that before with 5 shares. Or 25 shares, yes. But I've never done it with a significant amount of shares. Not yet. I mean, and I'm done with things like, maybe I'm still doing this wrong. Maybe I still don't understand this. Maybe it's just very volatile. Maybe this, maybe that. It's not any of those things. You can just stop it. That's the game they want you to play in your mind. There's only one reason. They on purpose won't let it happen. If it's supposed to go up $10 that day and you go long the stock, they'll go down 1, 2, 3, but whatever it takes to find your stop loss and get you uncomfortable and get you out of the trade. And if you don't get out of the trade, you'll wish you did. I don't know if you can afford to take negative $1,000 losses every fucking day. I can't. And what sucks is, if they were going to go down $5 to get you off of a trade, you'll wish you just shorted the stock. Okay, then go down $4. I'd have had my money already by now. I've also proven things like they'll go to your orders and if you have an order sitting there, that's a problem. They will bounce and bounce and bounce around near that area for the longest time. Now, I have a question. I could understand if I was a big bank and I threw out a trade there for like 10,000 shares, like a whale. I don't. I'm a rich guy or something, or I'm a bank, and I'm like, I'm interested in buying 10,000 shares. If it goes up to, all right, I just ordered in 10,000 shares. Now, if it goes up to 120, I'm gonna get rid of those 10,000 shares. 300 shares, really? 400 shares, 200 shares, really? Out of the millions of shares that are being traded. I mean, I'm looking down here at the volume, and it's showing that volume is being traded at the level it says 0.5, and that's in the millions, which means there's 500,000 shares being traded on that candlestick, not for the day. This candlestick right there, and during this 60 minutes, there is 270,000 or 250,000 shares being traded. Now, out of 250,000 shares, what in the fuck do they care about because some guy does or doesn't have 300 shares? Oh, it's a big deal. They, on purpose, don't go through your orders. That's why, might as well take it right away. You gotta sneak them out of there. When they go and do something, you gotta sneak the order in there. What a scam. What a silly scam. And I'm not looking for a particular dollar amount. I just wanted to know if a stock can move $2 in my favor. Can it? Can I short the stock at 120.5 and it go down to 119.5? From 120.5 down to 119.5, and from 119.5 go down to 118.5. Can it? I'm just asking questions. Just asking questions. So when I had 150 shares shorted, guys, they had to go blasting up. They had to go down and they had to touch 119, and they went up to 121.5. They went up $2.40. 240 pennies. Really? Wow. Good one. So far my best trade would have been to wait for it to go down there, then right there get all your money in long, and that would have been $2. Straight up $2. I could argue, though, that if up there at 121 you shorted the stock, it's now gone down $2 from there, but I didn't get my money in at 121 because I got my money in at 120. Why is that? It only went up to 121 because I had it shorted at 120. If I'd have sat there staring at it, they'd have been down to 118 by now, and I'd have been like, I guess I should have shorted the stock at 120 when I was thinking about it. But if you short it at 120, they go up to 121.
Scam. Huge scam.
Here comes some green candlesticks. There's no way around it. Now, if I was to leave 100 shares and I didn't get out of the way and I leave 100 shares and I'm positive 500, they will go down. Magic bounce off of I don't know what price, but then from there, go up $5. They'll go from 118 back up to 119, 120, 121, 122, 123. And I'm like, they just took those 100 shares all the way back up $5 fucking worth. And so now my positive 500 for the day is back to zero. Magic! Magic back to zeros. Really? Magic back to zero? Come on, bro. They know what they're doing. Every time I ever have a big number sitting here ready to get out, they do stupid stuff. Whenever I put up a small number there, like if I make this a 1, they'll all of a sudden travel huge. So I have to make it like a 20, a 2, and get ready to type in a 3 to then make it 23. I gotta let them think that right now it's just set on 2. So I have 182 shares. Do you think they'll do any damage with that, or do you think they'll just keep on going down? Come on. So I can already tell you what price they're going to, like how high they're going to go. It's going to be amazing. They're going to go from 119 now back up to 120, 121, 122. So it begs the question, well, why don't I kill the trade right now at 119 and go 300 shares long at 119? And that way when they go blasting back up to 120, I've made 300 bucks. Because if I was to do that, they would damn sure stop dead in their tracks and shoot straight down to 118 and then 117 and a half, because that's how they would get me back to zero. They would take those 300 shares that I've got long now, down $1, and then down another 50 cents. And that would nail me for 450 bucks, pretty much putting me back to zero. You've already seen what they do when I have, on previous videos. I've had 129 shares, straight up $3 out of control. Just earlier I had 150 shares, straight up $2.40. Right now I got 182 shares. What do you think they're going to do? Mm-hmm.
What do you think they're going to do? So if you ever wonder why my videos always say the same thing, get out of their way. Don't worry about it. They're not going to give you the big money. If I get out of the way right here, guys, they're going to go down to 117, 116. But I can't prove that unless I get out of the way. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get out of the way to show you that it is going down to 117, and it's a fact. It's going down to 117. But if I stay in the way, and then it never does, it looks like, hey, you thought it was going to go to 117, you predicted it, but then it never did. It only didn't because that would have given me way too much money for the day. And Ameritrade limits my money. They try to, on purpose, keep my margin balance high, my account value low. That's their business. They literally are managing my money to their advantage. They manage, pretend you got a financial advisor that's like your worst enemy. These guys on purpose manage to make sure that my trades and my account is in beat up worst shape as possibly humanly that they can do. They're not an impartial third-party broker that's just sitting there innocently and the market forces of the world are making prices go up or down. They go down when it's least convenient. They go up when it's least convenient. They go down when finally you get out of their way. They go up when you finally get out of their way. They blah, 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 blah to stop you out of trades. They make sure they limit what you're going to be able to make. They're constantly working to get a client out of the way. And then once a client is out of the way, then they can move to their next moment. Whether that's up or down doesn't matter. If they're trying to go down, it's no big deal. But they'll first go blasting up $10 to get somebody out of the way. And if they're trying to go up, no big deal. But you will be amazed at the down that they'll do to get one guy out of the way before they'll actually go anywhere and do anything. Yep. So they just stopped down here at 118.60. So I know for a fact they're going to go up to 118.60. So they're going to go up to 119.60. If you think I'm wrong about that, stop worrying about it. They've already done it. They're already at 119.60. All right, and if they touched it once, they're going to go touch it again. Okay, they've already gone up to right here. Okay, that's 119.61 right there. So they've already gone up $1. You think they're done? You think this was fun? The fact that they went down from 121.25 down to 120.25, 119.25, and then 118.75. Guys, they went down $2.50, which is wonderful, really. I always say that they can't give me $2. Once in a while they do. What I said is I've never gotten 3. I have never, ever yet gotten 3. All right. So I was short at 120.5. That would be like them going down from 120.5, 19, 18, 117.5. Have they ever gone $3 against me? Oh, absolutely. Like every day. That's my whole point. Is whatever trade I put on, they do $3. If if I put a stop out where I say if they take 200 shares up to 122, I'll just go ahead and get stopped out. It's 100%. They do it every day. They'll go blasting straight up to here one more time. They'll do it 4 times. They'll go up to 122, back down to 119. Oh, back up to 122. Now we'll go back down to 110. Oh, he's still there. Back up to 122. We'll do this all day long. The only way out is out of their way. Gotta get out of their way. Why is my fucking battery low? But hey. Well, as I've said before, if the video ends, it's because my battery died. I just tried plugging it in. My cord is weird. And I gotta plug it in, but I gotta unplug my phone, the cord from the wall, then plug it back into the wall, and create a power surge or something. I don't know. And then all of a sudden my phone goes boom, and then it connects. But if it's plugged in the wall, and I just plug it into my phone, nothing happens. I can take it in and out of my phone all I want. I gotta go over to the wall, unplug it from the wall, then plug it back into the wall real quick, and then suddenly my phone goes pling, and it's charging. And then it charges fine. So I like to end the video where I actually conclude by going back up to the time and showing you the final start to finish thing, but if it ends, it's because it ends. I'll try to finish up. I would like to get done as soon as possible. I can tell you right now I'm going to get $700 is my goal. Because that's what I was trying to do yesterday, and things went a different direction. So let's see something here. Oh, if I want $700, all I gotta do is kill the trade right now and go long the stock, and the next time they go, boof, just Incredible Hulk candlesticks, just green candlesticks out of control. Boom, there, done. That'll be my money for the day. Done. But whenever I just sit here and I think I can just sit and wait for the money, but every time I get out of the way, it turns out if I had just sat there for another 20 minutes, boom. 20 minutes, and it would have been there. So at 18, I'm at 544. 544 at 18, at 119.18, 119.18. So it just so happens that $700 minus 544 is another 156 divided by 1.97 is I need 79 pennies. We'll call it 80 pennies from 119.18 minus 0.8 is 118.38. That sucks. Let's put a price there. How about 70 shares to represent $700? So 118.40. 38 or whatever I said. Where is it? Yeah, it hasn't got there yet. So down here. So you see that green line? That green line represents I'm at positive $700. By the way, right now it's at 118.80. We're talking 40 more pennies. Would anybody like to play some side bets on the side? Because I wish I could risk going negative $300 here or something, but on the side I can make a side bet of like $500,000. I would bet you $500,000 that somehow they stop, and before they go down and touch that green line, they blast back up and touch that 120, because it's nothing for them. it doesn't cost them anything. They'll go blasting back up there. Blasting, 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 blasting. No big deal, no big deal, no big deal. And I'm going to do my best to convince them to go down. Maybe if I get rid of some of these shares, they'll go down. I don't know. It's 40 more pennies. Guys, I think they're going down to 117. So my thing is just go down this far and I'll get out of the way. And then they can go straight down all they want or back up again. I don't care. I'll be out of the way. And by the way, all my side bets are like hugely always correct. If I make a side bet, like, so I'm going to short the stock. I think it's going down these $2. I bet you it instead does this. All I got to do is place money right there, and it always goes against my money. So I could make these black market side bets where I'm like, I'll bet you right now $1 million that they go up and touch 120. Now, if I'm so sure of that, for real, I would go 400 shares long right now at 119.04. And when they go up and touch 120, right there's $400 more, guys. I'd be at positive 900. I'd be at positive $1,000 for the day. I'd be positive $1,000. But it's not that way. Once I go 400 shares long at 119, then I would know 100% that they're going to go straight down and get to 118. They'll go straight down to 118, and they'll do it immediately. That'll be the first step. That'll be the first destination on this bus tour. They might go back up to 120, but they'll first go down and touch 118 and 117 and a half, and then maybe bounce off of some depths of hell before they come back up again, and then touch 120 by the end of the day. But if I'm short that stock right now, for some reason, they got to go up and touch every high price they can possibly muster up before they go down. And they got to make sure that going down is this long, lengthy, drawn out, fucked up process. They're at 118.70, guys. I'm 30 pennies away. Can it happen? 30 pennies away. 30 pennies. Guys, yesterday it was like 12 pennies. They went down over here. They went within 12 pennies of my fucking orders. And then they went, fuck that. And instead of going to X, it wasn't 12, it was 60 cents. I don't know why I said 12. I'm thinking of the other day before that. Yesterday was 60 pennies. They needed to go down 60 more pennies. They went down to 113.70, but I needed them to go down to 113.10. If you watch yesterday's video, right, I figure it out right there on camera and everything, and I say if it goes down to 113.10, I'll be at positive 600 for the day. They went up $6. So rather than going down 60 more cents, they went up 600 cents. Now, right now, rather than going down 30 more pennies, do you think they'll go up 300 pennies? Of course! They're doing it right now. We're watching it. We're going to watch them do it. This is what they do. To me, it's just preposterous. Because I've seen when I get out of the way, or I've seen when, for instance, they're going against me. When they're going against you, they don't need to keep stopping and going back again and back again and back again. When they're going against you, it's just a straight line gone. They're just gone. They're like, bye. Like I said, I could have gone long 400 shares at 119 if I thought that they were for real going to go up and touch 120. Go up and touch 120. Oh, go back up and touch 120. Go blasting up, 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 blasting up. God. I know for a fact that they don't blast up like that, guys, because I've spent the majority of my trading going long. Okay? I wait for the stock to get beat down, and it'll get beat down to a particular price, and I'll go long the stock, and they'll go down further. And then I'll go even more long. And I'm like, when are they going to go blasting up? And hours will go by, and they just go down lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. And I'm like, wow. But whenever I'm short the stock, within the hour, they blast up 6 times. But if you're long the stock, you will wait 3 hours, and they won't blast up at all. And do you want to know how low a stock can go? When for 3 hours, they just keep going and they avoid any green blasting. It's sick. It's sick. Because this is fake, man. This is just what they do. They take these shares, just like I told you over here. They're going to take those shares that I got 150 shares, and they're going to go blasting forever until they get you as far to this shit as possible. They need you out of the way. There's no reason for this to happen. I find it funny that whenever I'm not in a trade, they don't need to go up 50,000 times to do stop outs. They just get back to their business of going up or down. If I go long the stock, if I went long right there, do you think they'd go up? And then they went down to here and I went long again? Do you think they'd go up again and accommodate me? Over and over again? No. They'd say, all right, this time we're going down. So, to get my $400 back to zero with almost 200 shares, what do they got to do? You know the math. What do they got to do? From 119.75, they got to go to 120.75, which is right there. Then they got to do what? They got to go to 121.75, which is right there. And then what? They've got me back to zero! The thing they do every single day. And I've said it. I say it before it happens. I say, guys, they will go up and up again and up again and up again and again and again and again and again. And this is why, if you think you can get your money in and they're going to go on any long run distance in your favor, just put a $2 stop loss and you're fine. Guys, the only time that those stop losses look like they work is when they're going against you, or if you just get out of their way. If you are in their way, you don't bother with any of it. They'll go $4 against you to get you gone. They're going to go to your negative hardcore. The only trade is get out of their way. It's the only, absolutely only thing you can do. So, there you have it.
There's dollar number 1. They went from 119 to 120. I never saw that coming. I didn't predict that at all. I didn't state. Well, since as long as I'm short those shares, Ameritrade will 100% have to go looking, blasting up, going up, looking, going up, going up, blasting up, looking, to take you back, to go back, looking, going back, over and over again. And I say, it's a shame because as long as I'm short the stock, I know that they're going to go back up right there, and they're going to go back up right there, and they're going to go down here and back up like this, back up like this, back up again, back up again, back up again. But if I ever put my money there, I go, well, let's see if they're going to go back up again. And so I go long. Oh, suddenly they keep on going down. They go down in epic form. I just wanted to show it. I wanted to show that I could put a trade that right there on that positive $700 for the day. And they will come within 30 pennies. And magically, they can't go the other 30 pennies. They can't go 30 pennies. That's really sad. 30 pennies? Damn. So, if you think you know where they're going to go, when they're going to stop going down, you don't. If you think that that's it, they're not going to go down any further. Therefore, I'm going to get all my money in long. This will be the low for the day. This is the low for the day. Try it. Anybody out there, put all your money in long right there at 119. That's the low for the day, guys. That's the low for the day. Put in all your money long at 119. Don't worry. They're not going to go down to 118. Put in all your money long at 119. Tell me that's the low for the day. I've tried it. Whenever I think that's the low for the day, they always go find the $2 to the you're incorrect. If I think that 119 is the low, I can promise you that 117 is the low. Now, what if I told you that I'm going to keep my money until it goes down to 116? Well, that might be a little too much to ask for. Geez, I think I can what? I think I can short the stock at 120 and a half. It's going to go down to 119 and a half, 118 and a half, 117 and a half, what, 116 and a half? That's $4. 116, 117 and a half is $3. I'm looking for 118 and a half, actually 118.3. Which honestly, it's $2. It is $2. It's 350 shares going $2. I want my $700. I want my MTV. I want my $700. I want my $2. Where's my $2? know where the high and the low is. Well, you can't possibly know that. I find it every day. All I gotta do is, you're right. I can't pinpoint it by just verbally. What I can do is I can short the stock or go long the stock at any particular price, and that right there will be the low for the day or the high for the day. Like if I all of a sudden killed this trade at positive 400, and I went, 300 shares long at 119, 119.80, so closer to 120. Do you think that they would really go up to 121? Because if they did, that would get me to 700. Either path. That's the point. Is if I right there went long the stock, then going down to here gets me back to zero. Either way, they're looking to get you back to zero either way, just as easy as it should be to get to 700. But you can't do it because where you put your money, they on purpose take the stock price. And believe me, if you can't see it by now, that this is an intentional thing that Ameritrade does on purpose. I'll show it every day if you want, guys. I will every day put out a trade and show you that it cannot go $2 in my favor. It can't. If I think I can wait for it to go up to 121, then right there I get all the way and short it, it never would have gone up to 121, guys. It would have gone right down to here, right down to here, right down to here. And then from here, they'd have pulled back, and they might have pulled back up to here, possibly to there. I've seen it rigged in every way you could possibly think of. Like I said, whenever I'm taking shares out of the way, they act a certain way. Whenever whatever, they act a certain way. So I do things to fool them. Like I'll go, here, I'm moving way down to here. Here, watch this. It's way down to here. Here, it's not even there anymore. All right, forget it. I have no interest in getting out. Maybe that will help them go down. I don't know. You know, if I put this right now, like at 40, I'm like, all right, I'm getting ready to whatever. Here, let's see if they do this. Let's see how they respond. If I short the stock, they start going down, or they go up more. Because if they start going down, we're in good shape. That means they don't want to go up and let me get any more shares in at all. If they think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to short 2 more shares to see what they do at 71. Because if they go up from 171 now, as they see I'm shorting more, I'm in big trouble. So if they go up and hit 120 now, knowing that I'm just going to put in more shares and they don't care, we're in trouble. That's like you're betting against somebody that's holding a full house, and they're like, call. And you're like, oh boy, okay, I'm beat. So as you can see, I'm beat. Okay, they're not going down. They're not going to go up first, let me get in more shares, and then go down. Guess what? This is going to be the low for the day. That's just going to be the future. We're going to look back at it, and it's going to be like, yep, you should have. Now, Monday morning quarterback know exactly what I should have done at that point. Now we know I should have gone long right there, fucking 400 shares, then shorted it there, then went long there. Because it was going to do that, that was what it was going to do. I like how, actually, what it does is an exact, complete fucking of whatever I do. If I go long the stock right now, I can promise you a day of going down. If I sit there short the stock, I can promise you it'll be the 9th day in a row now, but a day of pumping, another day pumping. If I sit here short the stock, I guarantee that we're going to get this. Watch this, guys. If I stay short the stock, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Day number 9! Pumping! Day number 9 pumping!
9 days of pumping. 9 days of pumping. 5 gold rings.
They're not going to stop, so I gotta go ahead and kill the trade, guys. I'm sorry. They're not going to stop unless I stop. Now that I've stopped, they're going to stop. Okay, so now 120.5 is where they're going to stop. Now, it could have been 120, it could have been 19.75, it could have been 19 and a half. It's going to be wherever I get out of the way. They're not going to keep going to 121, 121.5. All of this that you see here, this entire thing is due to one guy at a computer. I know you don't believe that. I know. But you notice that if I get out of the way, suddenly what they've been doing now for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 candlesticks for 21 minutes. On this video, they've been going against me for 21 minutes. Add them all. Those candlesticks have been going against me. Now, what are the odds that not after 28 minutes or 40 minutes, but on minute number 29, 30, or 31, if I had just waited, they were going to start going down? They're not. They're not. Oh, they're not going to keep going up either. Unless I get back to shorting, then they get back to pumping. And if I get back to getting out of the way, they get back to going down. And if I get back to shorting, they get back to pumping. If I try to go long the stock, they go back to going down. If I short the stock, they go back to pumping. And wherever you see pumping and going down, I can't get in on it. I know it looks like if only I shorted it there and then went long there. And if only I, what? It won't matter. They pump and go down accordingly. You think I could have really gone long the stock right there? And you're going blasting up? Then blasting up again, and then blasting up, and all this endless blasting up? I could put on 25 shares long right now, and it ain't gonna fucking go up. So don't worry about it. You think I can really have 300 shares long and they're gonna go blasting up? Whatever. Absolutely not. Their whole thing, the reason why any of these candlesticks appear, any of these candlesticks, it's all about getting you out of the way. There's no other reason why there's even a candlestick out there at all. And the very fact that I could have been at positive 600, and they got me back to 300, oh, high fives galore are taking place at Ameritrade headquarters. Their artificial intelligent machines came in and got to work on the client. And now that I'm out of the way, they'll work on the next client. And whoever the next guy is that's in line. And the next guy. I'm always the biggest. I'm the whale. I'm Ameritrade's whale. Whatever position I take, there goes the stock. I am like Ameritrade's big fish whale. whatever I do, there you're gonna have your stock price. And I would say, well, what? I should short it. Maybe they will go all the way down to here. Maybe they will. Maybe they will. Honestly, they won't. They'll go pumping and pumping and pumping and pumping and pumping, and I won't be able to prove it. It'll look like, fuck, go short the stock. Suddenly everybody will go, man, why did you just go long right there? It did look like they were going to keep on going up higher and higher. Why didn't you go long right there? Yeah, whenever we short the stock, and it looks like they're pumping forever, and then they do pump forever, it all lines up as so obvious. As soon as I get out of the way, and they start going back down again, suddenly that's what looks obvious. How can both look obvious? Which is obvious? Which is the one? Which is it? Which is it? Are they going up to 122, or are they going down to 118? Which one was it? Which one is it? Which one? What are they doing? Even if I go long at 120, they'll first go down to 117 and go down into all these depths of these prices to redo those over again. They'll like retrace those. They'll be like, well, let's go back to what we did yesterday at 117 and then we'll start repumping from there. But if I had it shorted, then I can go down to 117. What's my proof? You're looking at it. I just had it shorted. And they won't go down. I won't be able to figure it out. If I put on 300 shares, they're going to go do $1, they're going to go up $1, to get me back to zero. They're going to go up $1, up $1, up $1. And I'll have to make $500 like 3 times today to make $500. I'll have to make 500, then they take me back to zero. Then I'll get back to 500, they'll take me back to zero. And then finally I'll just get to 500 and stop. It's like you can't go past a certain amount. They put these limits on you. They limit you. Long or short, doesn't matter. You can go long the stock and they're only going to go up so high and then they're going to go back down again. But if you short the stock, they can keep on going up forever. And if you go long the stock, they can go down forever. And then next week they come all the way back up again. And if I did tiny little trades, all I would do is in 3 trades, I'd give them $80. Then the next thing I tried, -80. Then I'll try something else, -80. Then I'll try something else, -80. And there you go. You got my $320 successfully back to zero, which is their only goal. That's the only reason why Ameritrade, even us offering for you to short or go long, it's the only reason why these candlesticks are out there. It isn't like the market forces are driving prices up or driving them down. There isn't any of that going on. There's you first decide that you're sick of it pumping, so you finally go long that day, and then that's the day that they go blasting down. Or the day that you finally get scared and you get your shares out of the way that were long, then they go blasting up. Any of this sound familiar? Anybody? Anybody? Anybody anywhere? Right now they're purposely trading the stock where they want to trade it, and they're what's called they're holding the price. They're holding it there. They're suspending the price there, and it's fake. They're on purpose holding it there. Now maybe 600 is the most I could have got today. I don't know. I think if I had pulled my money out at 600, guys, they'd have gone down, and then it would have looked like I could have made $1,000. And I'd been like, see, I could have had my 700. See, I could have had my 700. But it turns out, I couldn't have had 700. You didn't know that they're going to stop any second and go blasting in the other direction, and you never know when they're going to stop. That's the point. I don't. Because when they finally decide to stop, it's like too late to react to it. Way too late to react and do anything. Well, I think I might go long the stock. The stock wants to keep going up, guys. How about I go long the stock, huh? Should I go long the stock? You know, the stock likes to keep going up, and the stock that can't go down. And even if it does go down, so if it goes down, they're only going to go down but so far. Then they're going to come along and go, that's definitely no further than there. And then they're going to go blasting way back up again. Right? Why do I just go long the stock? Since that's always, you can always count on a green candlestick. They're 100% certainties. Green candlesticks. Even if you see red candlesticks, don't worry. They will make it up with the green ones. They'll come back and they'll patch it all up with more green candlesticks that you can ever fucking figure out. Don't worry. How about I get out of the way again, and then we'll let them start going back down again? Huh? The only way they're going to go down again is I got to get out of the way. So how about I get out of the way right now, and then you'll see this fake going up thing stop. Because honestly, if I don't get out of the way, they won't stop. If I don't get out of the way right now, trust me. They'll make sure that by the time, then I won't get out of the way. They'll keep going until I'm all the way back to zero for a second time, guys. Twice in one day. What are the odds? Why is it that they can twice in one day take you, whatever you got, and get you back to zero, 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 back to zero? Guys, if they can do that twice within 1 hour, 2 hours, it's obviously on purpose and it's rigged. Your broker on purpose waits to see what you do there, and then that's what the candlesticks coming. The candlesticks are based on you. They're based on getting you to zero. That's the candlesticks. That's why there's candlesticks. You understand? See? They started going down right there, guys, and I shorted it thinking that maybe they were going to go down. And as soon as I got my money in, they stopped right there, and back up again, back up again, back up again. They're going to go higher, guys. The stock that goes up, the stock that goes up. I'm happy, though. I'm happy for everybody that's enjoying the stock that goes up. That's good. Good for you. It's the stock that goes up. 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 Check it out. It's the stock that goes up. It's the stock that goes up higher and higher and higher forever. It's the stock that goes up. Don't worry. It's the stock that goes up. It's $1. It is so easy to get dollars against me. Okay, let's count them up so far, guys. Okay, so far they've gone $2 against me, and now another from 118.70 up to 120.25, $1.50. Now they did go in my favor by $2. All right, so they went down. Not much happened. I didn't get my shares out of the way enough. I still have my position, so they go blasting up $2. Then they come back down. Now, if I don't get out of the way, it's the same result. Just like if they go down here. If they go down to here, guys, and they sit there for a second, and I don't get out of the way, blast back up here, blast back up again, blast back up again, blast back up again. And it's like, oh, just imagine if right there I would have killed all my shares. And then what if right there I would have gotten out of the way completely? What if right there I would have gone along the stock? Just imagine if I did the exact opposite of everything I actually have done. What magical land that might be. Imagine that. Doesn't matter. All the actions that you do take, you'll be still saying the same thing. Imagine if I just left my shares alone like I said I was going to do. Imagine if I just put on 350 shares and left it alone, guys. Here it went down, and I got off the trade, and then I went long the stock, and then they kept on going down. So now I'm back to zero. Imagine if I just left it alone. Imagine if I just left it alone. That's all you'd be saying if you leave it alone. But every time you leave your shares alone, it's like, imagine if I just gotten the fuck out of the way. Just imagine if I just got out of the way. Just imagine. Imagine how much money I could have if I just got out of the way. Oh, yay, we. That's a scam. So 120.06, I'm at 350. So guess what? It needs to go down to 119. So now, guys, to get to 700, it doesn't even have to go down to fucking whatever price it had to, guys. Before, it had to go all the way down here to 118.30. Now, it's got to go down to 119, and I'll be at 700. It's not entirely true, because I'm probably going to get rid of shares along the way as they go down, because I know what they do. Can't just sit there and hope that they go to $1. Trust me, right there, I knew they're going to go back up $1.50. I knew right there they're going to stop and go back up $1.50. Why? Have you wondered yet why it is I can accurately tell you that they're going to stop right there and go back the other direction? And it's real simple stuff. They're going to go back to get me back towards zero. Now, one of these times, I'm going to kill the trade, and I'm actually going to reverse my position. And then I will show you that they actually keep on going. If I'd reversed my position right there and went long the stock, they'd have kept on going. They'd pull back to here, and I'd be like, yes, 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 come on, all we gotta do is go up to here, and I'm at 700. All we gotta do is go up to here, and I'm at 700. They'd gone here, then they'd gone, down to here. I'd gone, ooh, okay.
Well, I guess I should have just left my shares right alone. Just leave them alone. But $700, guys. It looks like they don't even want me to get back to 400. 700. Hilarious. That's a good one. And there's no reason. There's no reason why they can't. Other than the scam. And I want you to notice something. Whether I lose money or make money today, when I get out of the way, I'm going to keep this fucking thing recording. And you're going to notice that if I'm out of the way, they don't need to stop and do epic $2 pullbacks anymore. And I want you to ask the question, why is that? How come they're not doing $2 pullbacks anymore? Because they don't need to. It's over with. That's why. They don't need to anymore. Alright, the game is over. It's done. Go! Could it be possible? Now, of course, I've gotten all these shares out of the way because in case they decide to do some epic blasting back up shit. Not that they would ever do that. Whoa, no, not these guys. You can count on them being your buddy. No. You can't. Hey, I ain't happy. I can't believe they did go down. That was amazing to me. Can't believe they just did that. I need to get this down to where I can have like maybe 40 shares. Man, it's back to 25 really. 120 shares? We've already done the experiment. Anytime I've had 100 shares, remember the other day I had 129 shares? And they went up $4. I was like, okay. I was like, wow, too bad I didn't actually go long 200 shares. But nope, I was short 129 shares. And that's what they did. So if I'd have been long 200 shares, would they have gone, woo, woo, King Kong here, boom, 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 Incredible Hulk candlesticks on the way. So let's say you're a bank and you own 1 billion shares here and 1 billion shares there. All you got to do is with this account here, put on 5 million buy orders, and then with this account here, only put on, okay, I don't know, 1 million sell orders. Now you've got more buyers and sellers, and then these two accounts kind of go back and forth going, ooh, hey, hey, ooh, hey, and then you got your volume down there. Shares are being traded, all right, by who? It's just an exchange taking place. The bank just squishes it back and forth between their accounts. Now do you see how it's fake? Now how high up do you think they got to go back up again? What would be reasonable? What would make sense? Why can it not defeat going below this price, or this price, but it can go higher than this price, or this price? And why is it that whenever I want a stock to go up forever, and then when it starts to pull back, like I own Apple, and when I see Apple pulling back down, I go, oh, as long as it doesn't go down below 165. Oh, all right, as long as it stays above 160. Jesus Christ, it's back down into the 150s again? All right, well, as long as it stays above 155. Oh my God, it's back down to what? 148? That's the level it was 6 months ago. Why is it back down to that price? Trust me, stocks can go down. I would love to have a stock that for some reason can't fucking go down past a price. It cannot go down and go lower for whatever reason. Yeah. Where is this magical fucking stock? It's the stock you're shorting. It's the stock that you have shorted. It's the stock that can't go down. It's preposterous. Absolutely ridiculous. I need $60 more, and it's at $119.30, and I've got about 100 shares, which means I need about 60 cents, which means it's got to go from $119.30 it's got to just dip down 30 cents below 19, down 30 cents, and then go 30 cents down to 118.70, which is actually the previous low. So in other words, you see these faded? It's got to go down to here, like let's say to there. So right now that green line now represents where it needs to go to for me to get to 700. Isn't it sad? Aren't they sad? Aren't they? Are they? Aren't they? Are they sad? Is this pathetic? I think it is. I think it's super fucking sad. Like super ass sad. Guys, if I kill the trade, how many minutes do you think it would take to get down there? Let's make a side bet. If I get out of the way right now, do you think that they'll spend an hour doing rainbows up to here? Or do you think it'll go down, 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 down? And it'll look like, man, this guy needs patience. He should have just waited literally 6 more candlesticks. They would have been down there. I've been waiting 6 candlesticks since it already took rainbow number 1 up to here, rainbow number 2 to there, rainbow number 3 up to here. Then it did this little fucking fun thing. Guys, this could go on and on. They do this on purpose. How sad. They don't even want to give me those 18 shares. I've got 18 shares to get out down there at 119.11, 119.05, and then 119. And they won't even go down to 119. They're just defending their goal. They're like, no, I'm not going to go down there. Not before we do 10 more rainbows. We got to go back. We got to go all the way back up to 121 one more time. Do you? Which is fine, but why don't they go down just to here and then bounce off of a price and then go blasting back up to 121? Why are they always stopping conveniently when I still have shares that would hurt me? And that's when they go, this fucking thing we're gonna do. Just asking questions. Watch how, now guys, I was hoping that they would go 60 more pennies this direction. Watch how far they'll go in the opposing direction. Hey, I've wanted it before to go 10 more cents, and instead they go $2 in the other direction. And I'm like, wow! I can't believe that they just so happened didn't go 10 more cents, and then from that point, go blasting $2 the other direction. And I just, in the nick of time, got to my goal or whatever and got out of the way or whatever. Now, I don't know if they could just read my mind or whatever, but they seem to always know where it is I'm trying to whatever. I think it's fucking funny. If I give them only 20 shares, they won't be doing this stuff. So I got to get myself down. I got to get myself to where I've only got like 15 shares, 20 shares. You know, they're not going to go do anything epic with 15 shares. They're not going to care. They're not going to go up for ground rush with 15 pennies. They're not going to care. So anyways, right here at 1875, right there I'm at positive 700, right there. It's a price they've already touched twice. Can they go down? Can they just go down to it? It's right there. How hilarious. You're going to notice how hilarious it is when you see how low they go today. If I get out of the way and I say, I guess I can only get 600, forget it. And then they go down to 117 at some point, you're going to realize 600. I could have had 1,500. But they only do the what you could have had when you get out of the way. That's when they show you what you could have had. Just like right now. Oh, if only I just got out of the way right there at positive 600 and then went 350 shares long right there, I'd have gone from 600 straight up to $1,000. That's what I could have had. If only I would switch my position around and try going long a little bit to try to get me to like convince me that's what I should be doing. It's absolutely ridiculous that they're doing this again. Well, they did it once, twice, a third time, and now they're going to work on number 4. I told you that I was in a trade one time where they did it over 6 times, and I finally gave up. I needed them to go down to a particular price, and they kept going, $2 back up again, $2 back up again, $2 back up again. And then by the time they returned back to like the 5th time, I was like, all right, this will be it, finally. I put my foot up on the desk, and I was like, this is it. Why would they go up a 6th time? Just go down to my price. What is your deal? And they wouldn't do it. And so I never know that because I wouldn't get out of the way that day, I'll never know. All I can show you is the days where I do get out of the way. Where I do get out of the way. And then I'll show you like when I don't. That's the best I can do. How sad. The reason why I say it's sad is because when I get out of the way, I'm gonna show you. You're gonna find out what the stock is really doing. Pop quiz. What did I already say it's gonna do? Pop quiz. I already said it. It's gonna go to 117. So I could have had 350 shares at 120.5 go. There's $1, $2, $3, and I won't even count the half a dollar. We'll just say 3. So I could have had 3 times 350. Well, I could have had $3. I could have had 330 shares go $3. But that's not the case. I had to get completely out of there because they'll take, if I still have just 60 shares, they won't just go up and play around with me a little bit. Now that I'm out of the way, you will now see the true power of the dark side. Now you will see that it never was going up. It never was going to go up. There is no go up. There is no go up. So, all right, okay. So what would make me say, all right, forget it, I'm wrong? How do I say I'm wrong? Let them go down to here or whatever they do, but I want to see them magically have to stop at a magic numbers and stop at magic numbers and then have to go blasting back up $1 and go back up $1.50, go back up at least 80 cents. There's no one else to stop out now. There's no reason to do that. They won't be. They won't be doing that, guys. There's no reason for them to do that anymore. Okay, it's over. Now I've got 7 shares here left, okay? And there we are, it's done. What the fuck? I could go 100 shares long right now. I wouldn't get them to go up 10 pennies. But if I was still shorted, back up 80 cents, back up $1, back up 75 cents, back up $2, back up again, back up again. One fucking dude lives in Miami, Florida, at a computer who's retired, putting on 250 shares, and one fucking dude at a computer, and it's like, one guy at a computer, don't let him get his money, manage his account. Oh yeah, they're your anti-financial advisor, your broker. The person is supposed to be as impartial as your neighbor. Do you think that your fucking neighbor next door is able to like wave a magic wand and make that whatever you do in stocks fuck you over? No, otherwise he'd be called a fucking evil wizard. Your broker is doing exactly that. You think your broker is like your neighbor, completely impartial. You just simply say, hey, could you do a deal for me? If I give you this money and say, please, I want you I think the stocks are going to go down. I'd like to short the position. And they go, sure, we can take care of that for you. You're like, you're not going to wave a magic wand and then you yourself make the prices go up so that I have to take a loss for the day. And then after I'm out of the way, then you take the prices back down again. And then you scammed me? We're not doing that, are we? Yeah. Get a fucking clue, man. At 59, I need 80 cents. 59, 80 pennies. Well, if I needed 40 pennies, I would need 4 times 10. So I need 20 pennies. So from 59, so I need 49, 39. So I need to get out 4 shares at 39. Where's 39? Where's 39? Right there. Right there it is. So I just put a trade to get out 4 shares, down 20 pennies, which, according to my math, you think I'd be happy right now because I'm positive 700. I'm not. I'm not fucking happy. I'm not fucking sad when I lose. I'm not happy when I win. I'm trying to show you it's rigged and it's the hardest thing to do. It's hard. All I can do is tell you that, okay, I'm doing this so I can tell you this. The candlesticks you're about to see are... Now, I'm going to get out of the way right now. I'm going to get out of the way completely. The candlesticks you are about to see are going to be like this. Here, I'll fucking draw it. Here's what today... Okay, so it right now went... Then it went... Then it went... Down to here. Then it went like this. Zing, 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 zing. Then it went... Zing, 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 zing. Then it went... Then it went... Straight down, cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Then went cha-cha-cha, 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 cha-cha-cha. Wait, 1, 2 peaks, that was it. And then pretty much down to here. And now we're down to here. And right there is where I got out. Alright? So right there's where it started. And right there is where I'm out. Okay. So is this what today's chart looks like? Is that it? Take a look at the screen. Look at this. Wait, it looks like it went up a little higher there, like this. Okay, like this. So take a look at that. Like literally, this is exactly what this is. Okay, you can see that, right? You can see that, right? So what's going to happen next? Next, are we going to go like this? Oh! No, we're not. Now it's going to do this. Watch this. Now it's going to go... And then the pullback it does will be this little tiny stupid thing. And then it'll go... Then it'll do this little tiny pullback to like this. Then... That's what it's going to look like now. The pullbacks back this way now are going to be tiny, and the going down will be huge. Where before, guys, they went down like wimpy, but the pullbacks, woof, woof. I want to see if it goes down wimpy, and it goes woof. So if I'm correct, this is what happens. All right, if I'm correct, this is what happens. If I'm incorrect, then they go... If I'm incorrect, they go brrr, back up again. Brrr, brrr. If I'm incorrect, they do this shit. They go brrr, brrr. If I'm incorrect, they do this stuff, right? So if I'm incorrect, not rigged. If I'm incorrect and it's not rigged, it keeps doing things just like that. Just like if I was in the trade, that's what they do. But if I'm correct, all right? Scam. Okay, if I'm correct about what I just drew, then it's a scam. It's rigged. If this is what takes place next, then I'm correct and it's a scam and it's rigged. If it keeps doing this shit here, and I'm out of the trade, then I guess that's just what they fucking do. And I keep saying it's a scam that they're doing that against me, but they're actually doing it anyway. I'm telling you that the reason why they're doing this fucking shit is because I'm in the way. So, I don't talk about Monday morning quarterback. I'm talking about the future, bro. Try it. All people videos do is talk about what happened and they explain why. Well, what happened here, guys, was a fucking consolidation, and then it looks like we had a little bit of head and shoulders, cups and handles going on there with consolidated. Then it looks like we defeated right on Monday day to fucking 20-day averages. I don't need to talk about what it just did. I'm telling you what it's gonna do. What it's gonna do. Try that. Find that stock channel. Let the video keep going for about another 4 or 5 minutes, and I gotta shut it off. And then I'll restart a new video because I need to make it 2 small videos to make them, either one of them, even manageable. Alright. I think I got my phone plugged in properly. Because it'd have been dead, because it was at 20% when that thing that it's fucking phone bad to you. That's it? That's the pullback, guys? That's it? That's the pullback they had to do right there? Is that the pullback? So right now, guys, this is what I'm talking about. If right now you had 350 shares shorted with a 65-cent pullback, you'd be fine. You would survive everything. They'll go way down to here, they'll pull back like 40 cents. Then they'll go down to here, they'll pull back like 60 cents. But when you're in a trade, they pull back like $2.50, looking. Then right there they go, oh, fuck, $2.25, looking. Once you're out of the way, look at the pullbacks. Watch this. Watch the pullbacks. Watch now how far the go direction is and how tiny the pullbacks are. When you're in a trade to your positive, the go is slow, but the pullbacks are huge. I'm just asking a question. Why is that? Why didn't they right there, guys, by any chance, just go down 30 more pennies? They went down to 56. All they had to do, guys, right there, was go down to 30. Remember I had my order to get out at 30? All they had to do was go down to 30 and I'd have been at 700. They could have gone down 30 more pennies and then they could have blasted from 118 all the way up to 120. That had worked. They made sure they stop with your shares still in. And if you get out of the way, then they keep going down uninterrupted. But if your shares are in the way, that's what makes them go blasting. And I am going to show you, buddy. Because I kept searching for channels that said, type in stocks are rigged. Your broker is, and all you get is some generic shit like, it seems like it's rigged. For people that lose money, they're sour. Haters. I'm just going to go ahead and show that it's rigged. Not easy to do for 2 reasons. And I'm going to give 2 reasons why it's difficult to show that it's rigged. Because it's not rigged and everything's on the up and up and everything is fine. Have fun. Enjoy your trading. Go to another channel. Get the fuck out of here and go to another channel and enjoy that it's not rigged. You're good. And I wish you luck. I sincerely wish go to another channel, get out of here. But even more so, I super wish that you do make your money. Don't ever get me wrong on that. I am not ever against people and I'm for the bank. I'm not like, you know what, I hope the banks fuck you over then. No. I'm here to help people defeat banks. There's two reasons why it's hard to show. Because number one, when all you can do is make these so now, okay, so let's say it goes all, let's say it does what I said. So not if, but when it does this, because I got out of the way, it will look like that's just what the stock was gonna do. So let's say, guys, that I stayed in the trade and it does go blasting up. I can't definitively say that 100% it's because I am in the trade or out of the trade is why things are happening. All I can do is show you the correlations and make my predictions and be correct. All I can do is stay in a trade and say, now watch, as long as I've got 150 shares or 182 shares or 129 shares, all I can do is show you that when I have shares, what they do, tell you what they're gonna do, then show you that they do it.
He just said doo-doo.
The other thing I can do is get out of the way and then show you that everything that they've been doing is just a scam against you. It never had to be there at all. This is what it's supposed to look like. How do I know? Guys, I spend more of my time staring at this thing, not doing trades. I spend the majority of my time just staring at this thing, watching what it does. I know what the normal movement is and how fast the candlesticks travel and what the pullbacks look like. And you want to know something else? I trade it all day if I want to. Like if I want to make $705, it's easy. Because when I put on 1 share, 3 shares, 2 shares, 1 shares, 3 shares, 4 shares, they don't do that crazy stupid shit. Like they cannot go another 10 cents. Or they go fucking $2 the other direction all of a sudden. They don't bother doing that shit when you got 5 shares. They don't bother. The formula is they're come and knock on their door. They're waiting for you to put in the big shares, and only when you've got on the big shares, you're their whale for the day. When you're doing 1 share, 5 shares, 15 shares, you're this guy, you're that guy, they don't care. They're looking for the guy. And when you finally take it from 15 shares to 150 shares, and then 300 shares, now you're the guy. You are the guy. Where is it? Are they doing exactly what I just drew on this fucking paper? Now the going down is the big thing they're doing, and the pullbacks are the small thing they're doing. See, before, the going down was the small thing, but then the pullbacks were epic. Then they went back down to here, but then back up to there to 2 times shadow eclipse the amount that it went down. Now, they're going to go down by like $1.50 at a time and only pull back like 60 cents. Before, they were going down another 60 cents, but then pulled back $2.40. Do you see the difference? By any chance? Anybody? Hello? He said doo-doo. And this is where I say to myself, oh, they're going to go blasting up. They love pulling back and go blasting up, so why don't I go long right now? Guys, as long as you get out of the way or go long the stock, the exact opposite takes place. Suddenly they start going way, way down. All right, I'm done. I'm doing my best to show something that's difficult to show for 3 reasons. Number 1, you sound like you're crazy talking about, hey, this is a conspiracy of scams and rigs. Okay, cool. What's this guy, like a truther? What else are you going to tell me? That 9/11 was an inside job? Shut the fuck up. Are you going to tell me that Lee Harvey Oswald didn't shoot John F. Kennedy with 1 bullet? 2 shots he fired and he missed, but that 3rd shot went through his skull and his neck and Governor Colony, whatever his name, Fucking ridiculous. You fucking truther.
What else are you gonna talk about? The real reason why the Titanic sank? Jeepers creepers, is nothing in history exactly as it's been
written? That's exactly what I am saying. So, you sound crazy. Reason number 2. Even when I do show it, it's not like it's a slam dunk definitive. The only way to be slam dunk definitive, honestly, is to have the superpowers of Doctor Strange, and I can show you like a dual universe, like, and in this universe, where I killed the trade right there and went long 300 shares, they don't go blasting up to 120, but they then go straight down to 118. You see this fucking shit that they're doing? If I'd have gone long right there, they would have not done this. They'd have gone, woohoo! They'd have gone straight down to here immediately. That would have been the next stop on this fucking bus tour, on the Magical Mystery Ride with Scooby-Doo. That's where they'd have gone next. How can I prove that? You know what? I don't know. All I can do is show you the future, show you that what it's doing. I don't know. You know what? I don't know. The third reason why this is difficult to do and why I understand why no other channel does this, but keep watching all the other channels, not mine, it's fine, is because to show you this stuff is to cost money. To show you, to sit there and say, I will stay in this trade. I will stay 350 shares shorted, and I will show you that it ain't going to go down to 117. It can't. They'll go up and up and up. And yet, to do that, I have to actually stay in the trade and actually take the burn. And then, after I take the burn, the most unsatisfying thing of all is it just looks like the stocks were going to go up, 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 up. For a 14th trade in a row, up again, up again. What about number 15? Up. What about Monday? Up. What about Tuesday? Up. Okay, on Wednesday, what should I do? Go long. It's gonna go up, up, up. Okay. I don't know how else to show you. I know they're going to 117 for sure, but I think they're going to go all the way down to 113 because I think that yesterday, right there, they should have never done this. That was an attack on my account. That was them going to war on my account. Can I prove that? Yes, I can. I broke into Ameritrade headquarters last night in the middle of the night, and I snatched into their fucking filing cabinet, and I found the secret documents just going ahead and pointing out their guilt left and right. I caught them. I found their artificial intelligence robot sitting right there clicking arrow keys. Yep, I went in there and I found the fucking one dude at a computer arrow key button. Yeah. What evidence? How do you prove it? Dude, can I prove it? It's, to ask somebody to prove something that's almost unprovable, you first have to say, all right, if what you're saying is correct, then let's at least show me the path for how I would show you. Be careful. Is this a fake price? Is this a fantasy? Caught in a scam? I know it's rigged in reality. Open your eyes. Look up at the price and see. That would have been a fake price. This is reality. But it depends on what the fuck I do or don't do. What did I do? What do I not do? Come and knock on their door. They'll be waiting for you. They're waiting for you so that they know what to do. He said doo-doo. Thanks. Long video, I gotta shut it off. Had fun watching it go down. Pretty sure I drew on a piece of paper and told you exactly what it's going to do, and there you have it. I'm bored. I'm fucking bored. So I wanted to show you an update. So was I not correct? And it's not rigged? Or am I correct? And it means that this is a scam. And it always has been. Guys, if the stock goes down and I go long right there, and I hope for a massive pullback or something, they just keep right on going down. Alright? I watch this thing all the time when I'm not in a trade like I'm doing right now. I watch it all the time. I know what normal pullbacks are. These aren't normal. You don't pull back $2.40 when I'm in the trade and don't want it to, then pull back $1.75 when I'm in the trade and don't want it to, and then when I would give a shit if it goes all the way up again now. In fact, I might even go long right there. Now, what if I went long right there and I was hoping that they would do a $2 pullback and go blasting back up again somewheres? All of a sudden they don't. Yeah, because once you're out of the way and no longer short the stock, they can go down easily. If you go long the stock right there, absolutely, they're going to keep on going down ferociously. They're not going to go blasting up $2. That's how I know that no one else is trading the stock. No one went long right there. No one went long right there. Because if they did, they never would go blasting up and up. Just like right there. If someone goes long right there, that's the only reason why they go blasting up. Or shorted right there. Alright, they can what I meant to say is they can afford to go up there and there because no one else is in it. I mean, there's people that are long the stock from 2 years ago, 10 years ago, 3 months ago, but nobody this morning came along and put on a significant size trade where they actually matter. No. Wrong. So now they're just fishing. Now they're going up and down trying to lure anybody to do anything. And if somebody comes along and thinks it's going to keep on going down, they get back to their blasting, like if I short the stock or anyone else, and which there is no one else. That's one of my points I mentioned that no other video talks about. I'm the only one here. Don't worry. And if right now I think it's not going to keep on going down, but because it loves to blast back up again, I bet it goes blasting back up again to here. So I think I'll go long right there. It'll definitely keep going down. That's what a normal pullback looks like. That's what a pullback looks like when you're out of the way, or when it goes down and you all of a sudden go long the stock. Guys, when it went down right there, do you think if I'd have killed that trade right there, and rather than still staying short 150 shares, they would have blasted up to there? What if I would have killed that trade and go long 350 shares right there at 119? Do you think they'd have gone up to 121? I was already positive like $200 right there, remember? What if I'd have killed the trade, then turned around and went 350 shares long? Do you think they would have ferociously and as fast as they could went up to 121? Up $2.40? Or, choice B, do you think they'd have gone, that's a problem, and you think they would have just kept going straight down with their red candlesticks? Guys, there's all these prices that are up here and way down here. They look into the future and they grab any candlesticks from anywhere, and they do the ones that are convenient for right now to screw over the client that's on deck. The batter that's on deck is who they're pitching to. So the correct answer isn't yesterday I should have gone long the stock. The correct thing to do was to get the fuck out of their way. Because if I'd have gone long the stock right there, they'd have just kept on going down, just like right there. If you get out of their way, or if I go long the stock right there, that's not the correct thing to do, because they'll just keep on blasting down to here. And that's what they would have done yesterday. I can't show that, just like today. If they keep on going down, I can't prove that if I was to short the stock, they'd go blasting up. This is the... This is a little series I've done. Series means more than one. Starting back here where I thought the stock was going to go down from 105 back down to 100 and then down below 100 into the 90s. because of Putin and Biden and stupid shit. So when it blasted up to 110, I went, oh boy, yes! Now I got him good. And what they did was, I was incorrect this day. So there was 1 day of blasting, I was incorrect. Right there they went up, day number 2. Day number 3. Day number 4. This day they did go down. They went up initially and I went to the negative, but then they went down finally and gave me my money. Alright, fine. But they went up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and this is the 9th day. And finally, this was the only day in the last 9 days that they actually went and gave me my $2, the entire $2 goal. I kept putting on a trade with the goal of, if it goes $2, I'll get out of the way. They might go 50 cents or $1, but they won't go $2 in my favor. And instead, they kept blasting $3 or $4 in the other direction. Most of it took place at 112. I kept shorting the stock at 112 and they kept blasting up once. They did it twice that day. They did it temporarily right there, 3. They did it right there, 4. Then at the end of the day, 5. Then right there they did it 3 times. They went up once at the beginning. They did it again, 7, 8. Then over here they did it once, 9. Then on this day, number 10. And then yesterday was number 11. And somewhere in there was actually 12 times. I just can't see them because that chart doesn't show all the details. And one of the times, only one, it went up and I was out of the way. Every other time that it went pumping from 112 up to 115, I happened to short the stock and they go blasting up $3. And I know that was all unnatural. That's what they do when you're in the way. They do this unnatural, stupid thing that they do. It's not, and I can't prove that they actually would have just right there gone down to here. Or that could have been the day that they go down to here. Or this day here, how come that day there they couldn't have just gone down to here that day? How come yesterday they couldn't have just right there, just gone another 60 cents down is all I would have needed. Just go down 60 more cents. And that would have given me my $2. But instead they went up 600 cents. They went up $6 instead. Now I'm going to show you I'm out of the way. I'm out of the way now. But any of these days here that I try to get in the way, they won't go down. So I joke with people and I go, the stocks are waiting for me to stop shorting it, and that's when they'll crash. I will be the one that determines when the day is. And then once the day happens, first of all, the crash will happen first, and then people will report why it happened. No one will say today's the day it's going to crash. Definitely everyone short it, and then it's the truth. They wait for it to happen or not happen, then they explain that it just did or didn't happen. They go, well, we still got investors buying, we still got buyers, we still got sellers, and they say all this stupid shit. It's going to go down the day I finally stop shorting it. That's the day it's going to go down. I'm telling you, had I gone long yesterday right there with all my money, that would have been the day that they went down. And then they'd have just done this like on Monday or Tuesday. They'd have just borrowed from next week. They'd have said, forget it. See, they were supposed to go down like this and then go up. But because I kept shorting it, they kept keeping it suspended. Artificially here, artificially there, artificially up, artificially up. It was all fake. I know what real pullbacks are. I know the climate of what's going on in the world. I know that there's no buyers, and I know when there's no sellers. And it aggravates me when I see the stocks acting like there are nothing but sellers. Prices will be really, really low. The perfect time where everybody would be buying. Nobody would be selling their positions at those low prices. That's where people are going to buy positions. And yet the prices will go lower, as if there's sellers. It bothers me that they pretend like the prices are going up and down based on a legitimate market condition. Well, if there's more buyers in the market, you mean the bank selling it back and forth to itself, and they just set their dial on click account A as the sellers and account B as the buyers, so they just make account A have a ratio of 3-to-1 to account B. So they create that there's more buying orders than sell orders. And then to satisfy trading to take place, that would bring the, sellers down to the few buyers that are, and they trump it to where there's more buyers, but they shut off their seller accounts, so there's only two sell orders, but they shift the on switch to their buy account. The account that's got the shares to sell it to the buy account, that would drive the price up, and you see all these shares going back and forth, just trading. So they artificially make the prices go up and down because they artificially create the buyer and the seller. The banks artificially create the buyer and the seller. That's why it doesn't make sense. When the buyers seem to be and when the sellers seem to be don't seem to make sense. And the best that the news does is the news waits for the stocks to go up, and then they go, investors are confident today, or they wait for the stocks to crash, and they go, sellers are still taking a sell-off, people are taking their profits, which makes no sense. People will be taking their profits when the stocks are up and going higher. But that's when they say, I guess there was buyers. People are entering the market, and there's more buyers than sellers. Or when stocks go down, they sometimes say it's a sell-off. I guess that's when people are taking their profits. They were waiting for the stocks to go down low, and that's when they were going to decide to do all their selling. That's what I'm going to do. I'm waiting for the prices to go down low, and that's when I'm going to join everyone else and decide to do all my selling. This is a scam. Your broker is scamming you. When you put on a position, they artificially trump that price up, and they beat the price down. They take it down way lower than it ever had any business going to burn you. Guys, if I would have right there gone 400 shares long, do you really think that it just gone straight up like this? Fuck no. This would have been the day of going down to here. Well, what about this here? I don't know. They'd have done it today. They'd have done it Monday, Tuesday. I don't know. But since you guys know how to trade stocks based on Monday morning quarterbacking, looking to know what you should have done, and then you guys get in your time machines apparently, and then go back and do all the right things because you're geniuses like that with time machines, good for you. I certainly wish you are beating the bank because I'm only trying to help you beat banks. That's my whole goal.
Guys, if I was still in the trade with my 350 shares, they would have only gone down. They said they went to here, then they went a little bit lower. They would have only gone a little bit lower, then they had to go back up another $1.50, back up again, then they have to go back up again. Then they finally just say, you know what, we're done. Fuck it. We're just done for the day. We're done. What about going down, sir? Is that what we're planning on doing? We'll do it Monday. Forget it. Today we're going to go up one more time, blop, up to there. And then Monday we'll go down and crash it down on Monday. Who cares? Do you really think if right there I'd have killed that trade and gone long? I know at the time it looked like it, didn't it? And I'm telling you, if it would have gone up for the rest of the day, you would have been convinced. Oh yeah, man, you should have took your $300 profit right there and then put all your money long. Boom. You should put all your money long right there. Boom. Really? You think they would have gone blasting up $1.50, or do you think they would have done this little pathetic pullback? If I'd have gone long right there, I'd have been lucky to get a half of that little foothill. They'd have gone nub, down. That's what they would have done if I actually went long there. It's because I was short there. I'm the one that's creating these little fake heartbeats. Yeah, the trade is dead, so now you see the chart is dead. I'm out of there. I'm only saying this stuff because I'm trying to help. So I apologize for my tone and sometimes excitement and the way it seems like even anger. Because I don't mean to say it seems like anger, it is anger. So if it seems like it's anger, I am angry. I know a lot of people are like, I'm not angry, I'm not mad, I am. I could have named my channel. I'm fucking angry at what the banks are doing to people. Okay? I am angry. You think that's some magical secret? In the way, out of the way. In their way, get out of their way. You don't see a difference in the stock market behavior? SMBD? Stock market behavior, deception. The behavior you see is a deception.
See you next week. Thank you.